but then we integrate, we come together in a larger communion, and we feel each other for the sake of the whole, and we feel all of the whole, because we're not just soulmates looking in each other's eyes, we're wholemates. We're looking at the whole vision, we're serving the whole, so we're individuated expressions of uniqueness serving the whole. So first off, Christina Amelon, thank you for a beautiful Dharma recap. Thank you. And Jamie, for putting on some just beautiful, you put on that album that we made in Israel. It's called Spirit is Real. And I made it in 2005-06. I made it meaning I created the vision of it, which was my great privilege, and did a whole bunch of little Dharma talk raps on it, which was super crazy fun. And we need now the World Vision New Story of Value album, don't we? I think we need that. And beautiful, beautiful. What an important Dharma recapitulation. And you wrote me, Christina, to hell, you wrote just as you were in the week and weaving the Dharma recap and kind of weaving and stitching the world together as you were doing the Dharma recap, because that's what we do in Dharma, where there's a tear in the world. There's a rend in the cosmic fabric. The field of value has been ripped apart. And we need to reweave it. It's really more than just the field of value having been ripped apart. The field of value existed, but it had woven a flawed pattern. Right? The field of value needed to evolve. Right? We knew value was real, for example, in the pre-modern world, but we thought value was real meant that my people, my country, my ethnocentric reality was the truth, and everything outside of it was not the truth. I need to actually stand for something. What do I need to stand for? Not ethnocentric pride, but pride in the field of value. Pride in my unique expression of the field of value. With this realization that that which unites us is far greater than that which divides us, but actually our division is not wrong. Our division is also our individuated uniqueness, in which we each play a unique instrument in the Unique Self Symphony. Wow. And so the Dharma is, and that's what Christina wrote me this week, the Dharma is about weaving the world back together. But not weaving the world back together in order to restore the world to a former moment of greatness. No, the world is evolving, and each moment had its greatness, but we don't want to go backwards in any way. We want to actually evolve. We want to deepen. We want to include and transcend the best of what we had in the past and create something new and beautiful. We want to weave a field of value which is not ethnocentric, because the whole point of a field of value is that it's global. And it's not just global. You ready? It's not just global. It's not, Earth against the world. No, it's galactic. Okay, that's the point of Avatar. 2 weeks from now, not this coming Sunday, the Sunday after, we're doing a full One Mountain on Avatar. Have we done One Mountain on Avatar? Who was with us when we did One Mountain on Avatar 1? And then did we do Avatar 2? I think we did. We did Avatar 2. We did Avatar 2. Who was with us for Avatar 2? So Avatar 3 is coming up, right, in 2 weeks. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. We're doing Avatar 3. So we're doing the vision of Avatar. But the point of Avatar, at least minimally, is that the field of value is not just a local Earth field of value. We're not trying to enact and talk about a global ethnocentric human field of value. There's a deeper field of value, a field of value all the way up and all the way down, and trying to understand the first nanoseconds and afterwards. And we're talking all about quarks these days, right? And quarks are not things, they're sets of relationships which are infused with value, right? But there's a field of value all the way through. And even if in other systems, the physical structures are different, right? Because they're expressing, right, different configurations, right? There's still underneath everything, there's a field of value. So there's a field of value in all of the multiverse. There's a field of value in all of the billions, trillions of galaxies. Right? There's one universe, there's one cosmos, there's one power, right? There's one Eros, right? And that field of value then differentiates, individuates, as it intends to, the intention of reality. Isn't this crazy? Isn't that beautiful? The intention of reality is to individuate. Reality intends uniqueness. Reality does not want to be monolithic. Well, let's make everybody the same. same, 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 same. Doesn't work. No, we want to be differentiated.
If you are enjoying this episode and would like to study more deeply with Dr. Marc Gafni, I have two fantastic opportunities for you. First of all, every single Sunday, we do these teaching calls live for free, online, live streamed. And you can join every single week for free by joining the free section of our online community. There's a link in the description. Not only will you get an event calendar where you'll be able to join all of our live calls, but you will also get an entire library of every single weekly replay. Now, if you would like to dive even deeper, there's a free webinar that you can get where Dr. Marc Gafni and Aubrey Marcus had a deep dive conversation on desire, the 7 levels of desire webinar, also completely free. You can get it with the link in the description below. Desire is one of the most important topics when it comes to living a happy, healthy, fulfilled, satisfying daily experience. And this webinar will start to give you the keys to unlock your own power, potency, potential in your life. So go check out both of those links in the description below and enjoy the rest of this episode with Dr. Marc Gafni.
We want to differentiate. That's why Herbert Spencer, an early evolutionary theorist who got a bunch of things wrong but a bunch of things right, writes chapter 15 of his book, First Principles. The name of the chapter is Differentiation and Integration. We differentiate, we specialize, we individuate, but not to become separate from, to be unique expressions of. Does everyone get that? Who's with me? This is gorgeous. I mean, this is crazy exciting. I want to be a unique expression of, so reality moves towards uniqueness. That's the point, right? Unique is not a mistake. Diversity is not a mistake. Diversity is the intention, but not diversity, which is alienation, dissociation, and separation. Everyone get that? It's beautiful. Diversity, which is unique, and then that diversity, that differentiated diversity, that differentiated uniqueness, because differentiation just means uniqueness, right? When we say reality differentiates, we mean reality moves towards uniqueness, right? And each one of us on this one mountain call, and all, I don't know, there's about 5,000 of us in the core community. We're all differentiated, all irreducibly unique. But then we integrate, we come together in a larger communion, and we feel each other for the sake of the whole, and we feel all of the whole, because we're not just soulmates looking in each other's eyes, we're wholemates. We're looking at the whole vision, we're serving the whole, so we're individuated expressions of uniqueness serving the whole. But that's the intention of the whole story. The whole story is, let's have lots of planets. Let's have a bunch of civilizations. Let's play the story in different ways. But there's a galactic story of value. That's the point of Avatar. Avatar, it's not just local. You can actually have, right, Jake Scully fall in love with the princess of the Na'vi, right? Right? There's a shared love story. That's the point of Avatar. There's a love story in Cosmos. And the Marine Colonel is like, it doesn't get there's a love story, something wrong, right? He's actually a pathological figure, and my prediction is, I have not seen it yet, by the way. I have not seen it, but my prediction is that he's going to come back. He's going to find the spark of light in him some way or another, this movie, next movie, but we'll see. So if you have a chance, go see Avatar. Not next week, but the week after, we're talking Avatar. Okay. What are we doing here? It's Hanukkah. We're in the 7th day of Hanukkah. It's 8 days. 7th day of Hanukkah. 7 candles. We're right before Christmas. Right before New Year. We're in this moment, which is this time between worlds and time between stories. Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's pretty serious. The whole thing's pretty serious. And we are here to reweave the fabric. As you wrote me, Christina, we're here to reweave the fabric. We're here to, as Dr. Kincaid says, we're going to move from Homo armor to Homo Amor. Armor means I can only feel my separateness. Homo Amor means I feel the field of Amor moving through me. We're here to become, and that's why we have a Unique Self Institute, right? With Claire, right? And David. We're here because we want to individuate as unique selves that play their instrument in a unique self symphony, in which we realize that we're all unique expressions of the same music. There's a one that becomes the many, and then the many, right, returns and becomes a larger and more beautiful and more diverse one. Right? So this shared story of value that we're telling is not for a homogenized, top-down, right, closed society, totalitarian impulse. Shared story of value we're telling is what is a context for our diversity. Whenever we talk about enacting a world religion, we don't say, okay, let's get rid of all the other religions. Of course, uniqueness. The other religions should not be, oh, we're right, you're wrong. The other religions should be, if they're being accurate, a religion should be a unique self in consciousness. Just like there's a unique self in an individual, there's a unique self in the field of spirit and consciousness. And a religion is a unique disclosure of the evolutionary impulse of love, of all that is, that discloses and individuates in a particular people in a particular time, right? Expressing a unique configuration of intimate coherence, which becomes that religion, which becomes its intimate whisper with the infinite divine, which it stands for and stands in and protects and nourishes and nurtures. Right? Wow. It's so good to be together. It's so good to be alive. You know, people have been telling me my whole life, right? Mark, you're just a little too much. Could we tone it down? Why would I want to tone it down? I am so excited to be alive. I am so delighted to be alive. I am just so ecstatically grateful to be alive. I'm so blown away by the beauty of reality. It's just, I can't sleep at night. It's so beautiful. And I'm so ripped apart, right, by the pain. Right? But God, why would we tone it down? Let's live out loud, refined, tender, subtle. Right? Out loud sometimes means a still small voice. Sometimes out loud means the whisperings of the infinite intimate. Sometimes out loud means a silence of presence. Sometimes out loud is a butterfly. Right? Out loud has many disguises, many gorgeous disguises, and many divine disguises, and sometimes many distressing disguises. But let's live out loud. Let's live full. Let's go. Who's up for it? What's our intention, my friends? Our intention is, if you're up for it, right, let's go all the way. We're celebrating Barbara Marx Hubbard this week, and we're going to hear Barbara at the end. What did Barbara always love to say? Barbara would say, are you willing to go all the way in this lifetime? Are you willing to go all the way in this lifetime? Okay, if you're willing to go all the way in this lifetime, no matter what, that's post-tragic.